I remember now. It was a while ago. I did a first impressions video of Skyrim VR using my Oculus Rift kit, and I said I would do one with the HTC VIVE, but as time went on, I kept dreading doing the actual video. But here we are, finally. And here's why I dread doing this. There's a few reasons. The first one, not a major reason, but you probably know I'm not a fan of these things over here. Now, don't get me wrong, I do not dislike the HTC VIVE as a headset. The tracking is good, the comfort level is actually better in this headset than it is in the Rift, provided you have the stock face foam on the Rift. The Rift gets a lot better if you get a VR cover for it. But I really do like the stock face foam on this thing. I even have the vanilla head strap. It ain't the deluxe audio strap, and I'm fine with it. I mean, it's not the best strap ever, but it's fine. So for seated VR, this actually is my go-to headset, so I don't have that much beef with that. But when it comes to room scale, these things are bad. They're bad, they're fragile. You'll have to repair it most likely. Sometimes they come with manufacturing defects. These track pads are god-awful. So in addition to that, this is the major reason, is I played more Skyrim VR with my favorite room scale kit, the Oculus Touch. These controllers are orders of magnitude better than these goddamn things. They got more buttons, more distinct buttons. They have thumbsticks, which are much more controllable when it comes to direction. And the triggers are just super simple to use compared to the grip buttons on the Vive controllers, and the triggers are fine, but the grip buttons are really bad on the Vive. So I got a bit of stick time in Skyrim VR, like 2 hours more than I did in that video that I showed you guys, and I really got acquainted with it using these controls, and I kept thinking, damn, at this point I don't even want to use the Vive with it at all. So I put it off, and I put it off, until now. Let's go in game. I haven't tried it with the Vive yet. I've done zero Skyrim VR with the Vive, so it's really going to be a cold first impressions. You know there might be a little bit of bias off the bat because of what I just said, but at least I'm being honest and you are aware, and we know the whole story before we head in. So let's go. Okay, well, it sure looks nice in here. I've said it a lot of times, something that I like about the HTC VIVE, even though it has less pixel density than the Oculus Rift, it tends to give you a clearer image. This might have to do with the lenses they used for the HTC VIVE, which have a lot less Fresnel in them, if that makes any sense. They're not as fuzzy as the Oculus Rift lenses, so the image will be a lot clearer from game to game. And this is no exception right here. Game is looking really good. Controls wise, before I started rolling the camera in game, I did have to take a look at the very basics. So for the triggers, it works basically the same. I'm not too lost when it gets to here. Here's where I'm gonna like it a bit less, at least a bit less. The left trackpad is used for moving, and I don't press it down, I just slide my finger around it. So I do not know if there's an option for that. I haven't looked yet. I'm gonna try it this way, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna look for an option. But it is sensitive. It is sensitive, and sometimes I got a feeling I'll lose my way. But I'll give it a chance. Since they put it that way, I'm going to use it. The right trackpad, I was going to say stick. The right trackpad is used for rotation, and that one I do have to press down. So that's probably a good idea, because otherwise I'd be accidentally rotating all the time. Sensitivity seems fine. Now keep in mind that I did have to repair one of these trackpads. They had a manufacturing defect to them. When I tell you I'm not wild about these controllers, I mean it. I had to get a special screwdriver kit in order to actually repair these controllers, because not only did they come with manufacturing defects in some cases, but also mine had issues with the strip connectors in them from being dropped a couple of times. The strip connectors come loose, and then you have to open up the controller and reseat the connections. And I don't know, when I opened these up, I found they looked like a prototype rather than a finished product. And I really, at that point is where I really realized that's why these controllers are so bad. My other complaint is less direct, obviously, because it's more towards the design of the controller itself. They lack buttons. The Oculus controllers just simply have more distinct buttons, easier ways to do actions in your game. Alright, so now I was here. You might notice I'm not where I left off at my last video, and this is because I played a lot of Skyrim. I played a couple of hours using the Oculus Touch Kit, and I made it all the way here. Finished my first relevant mission. I mean, not the little beginning of the game missions, but an actual mission where you go into one of these things here, temple, cave, call it whatever you want, kill a bunch of zombies. I've taken a huge liking into the bow and arrow. I hope it's going to remain the case with the HTC VIVE. And I have sometimes used the melee weapons, actually. So the melee weapons, I press my right accessory button, whatever you want to call it. There's only one button on each controller. And then I use my flicky thing to pick what I want to, my trackpad, to pick what I want to open. And see right there, it opened it too quickly. I wish I could actually have more control over this. If I swipe right, I'm going to open items. And then I swipe either trackpad, I think? Yeah, either trackpad will actually do this. See, this is actually not that good here. And I'm trying to press it up. Sometimes it opens the category rather than go down in it. So this is going to be actually a pain in the ass right here. Yeah. This is, I saw that coming. And right now I'm trying to tap the thumb pad rather than swipe it. So this is going to be, it's going to be a work in progress here, folks. But here's my weapons. I'm going to take a look at what I got in my inventory if the swiping were to work correctly. It's semi-okay. Just the problem is you're not looking directly at your thumbs on the trackpad, so it's kind of hard to know if you're doing it right. But that's going to take some getting used to. With Oculus, this process is 10 times easier, actually. So that's my main gripe actually with these controls. These trackpads, not only are they built cheap, but they really are just generally a bad idea for a control input overall. So let's get our asses moving. Is there anything you can do with this? Activate handle. Yeah. What does it want me to do? See, this is another thing now. What is this thing wanting me to do? Oh, there we go. I have to press directly in the middle of it. So these trackpads are gonna cost me some time. That's most definitely certain. And see, I'm trying, you've heard all my bias about this kit when I started this video. I'm gonna try as much as possible not to have any bias throughout this video, to be as neutral as I can, just try to play the game, not think about the controllers. But I'm gonna be honest with you, it's actually gonna be hard. It's actually going to be hard. Wow. The view with this headset. Actually a little better. Now I'm looking at a different scenery than the last time I played, where I think I went in the other side of the mountain. But it is looking really good in here. It's so clear compared to with the Oculus kit. Okay, so I found the jump. It's on the left grip, which is far from the way they did it with Oculus. But I got a feeling that this area is just designed so you can go outside and use the map to fast travel to your destination. So, there we go. The map worked correctly this time. I flicked down and then I pressed the trigger to open the map. And I forget now where... Okay, it's in Riverwood. That I have to bring... I forget what I have to bring to somebody. But I'm just going to go there because I know there's something I have to do there. Alright. Hello, Riverwood. And I have auto-saved. I don't know if it auto-saves automatically after fast travel. But, something I'd like to actually check is this. Okay, that's how they're gonna make me do this. I'm gonna flick the trackpad left and right to go from category to category, and then flick my trackpad like this to go through the things. Go back. Okay, so show on map. That's what I want to see. I think this is where they're trying to indicate to me. Right there. Bring the claw to Lucan. Alright, so Lucan, bitch, where are you? Movement-wise, I'm surprised that it's not harder than it is. It's actually pretty smooth. I mean, I had a sort of premonition when I was up there on the edge of the cliff before I fast traveled that something bad could happen where I'd stand on the edge of a cliff and accidentally do this and fall off of it and get some fall damage. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but it does look like the potential is there. When it comes to actually just fluidly moving, like just quickly getting from one place to another, walking around exactly where you want to go, it really isn't bad at all. Actually is doing the job it's supposed to. The one thing I know already will be bad, and already has caused me a bit of problems, is the actual navigation of the menus. That will not be perfect at all. In fact, on Oculus, it's literally absolutely painless, and over here might actually be a lot more of an issue than it should be.
Helgen.
Shut up.
Destroyed by a dragon.
Destroyed by a dragon. I'll go destroy the dragon in return. That was a terrible accent. I will not do that too often. My apologies. Alright, so this is going to actually work like Fallout 4 VR, where now, see, I much preferred Skyrim's unlocking with the Oculus, where you would use left and right to move the lockpick, and then suddenly just rotate the lock. Where here I have to put my thumb on the trackpad where I want the lockpick. It's going to be a question of getting used to it. It's not a bad thing necessarily. Actually, I find I have a little more precision with this one. But it might be fidgety sometimes. There we go. The objective indicator is sort of going through the door, making it a little hard to see. This is not on either VR kit, this is on the game itself. Hey buddy!
No! No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing!
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, customer. Sorry you had to hear that. I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You found it! There
That's
it is.
right!
Strange.
Hey.
It's smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Completed the Golden Claw. Can I? Oh, you gave me 400
So
gold.
much for taking care of those thieves. The Riverwood Trader is back to the way it used to be.
Okay.
The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store.
What do you got for sale? Is what
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Okay. So what I do is, once it's on his name, I swipe right, and then I'm going to swipe down with my right controller. I think I can also do it with the left, yes. And I'd just like to check what bows he's got for sale. Oh, this is his stuff. This is what I want to see here. Alright. I have a few things that I might want to get rid of. Studded armor. Sell. Studded Imperial armor. Now I want to see what I have. Oh boy, this thing really does not work well. Look at this. It keeps closing on me. Hey, hey. Value 64. This is actually a really good armor, which I'm going to want to keep. I'm going to give you this. I don't have any use for it. For boots. And see, right now, the problem is that the damn UI is going through the desk, so I can't even see the control indicators. That's on the game, not on either VR kit. I'm just going to bring it up. Fur shoes, hide boots. I'll sell you the hide boots. I don't need them. Iron armor is very heavy, and I already have a banded iron armor, so I'm going to sell that. Iron shield I'll use rarely, but I'll keep it just in case I get fucked at some point. Studded Imperial armor sold. Let's see what else I got for you that could be sold to reduce my fucking weight. Ancient Nordbow, longbow. Let's sell the longbow. Sold. Steel greatsword I'll keep, is actually really useful. Got me out of shit. And the ancient Nordbow is what I got equipped right now, and I think I'm gonna want to keep my hunting bow. So let's go in through his weapons. Let's see what he's got. Longbow, steel sword, iron warhammer, iron mace, iron dagger, and he ain't got nothing special for me. He's selling the iron sword for 78. I think those are rather expensive here. Yeah, all that's really, really expensive. So,
All right then.
see this? This is what we call a bow.
My sister Camilla or I will be happy to help you.
Those are steels, are they?
Maybe you're looking for something particular.
Yes, like the door. I'm looking for the door. Looking for a rectangular shaped object that will let me the hell out of here. So I'm not too crazy about the jump being on the left grip. I tend to, first off, there's a delay to it, like there. Wow. Oh no! Don't tell me it did that now. Okay, so if I hold it, I crouch. So there's a crouch button, which I can probably go change in the settings. So this is like touch crouch rather than being. Oh, that's really weird. And this is why there's a delay on the jump, because it waits to see if you want to crouch. That is a bad idea. So one of the worst buttons on this controller, aside from pressing the trackpad, is the grip buttons. The grip buttons tend to, they feel mushy and like they're cheap. They're basically just really cheap. And sometimes it'll feel like you pressed it down, but it won't register. I do not like these buttons. So, I mean, so far I'll be honest. Like I said, I tried to keep this neutral as much as possible. I'm not having that many issues. In fact, I'm having almost no issues except the menus. So it's a very good thing for Skyrim VR. It's a very good thing for the HTC VIVE as well. If you have that kit, you know it's not too bad to play this game with it. Actually, most of it works fine. Okay, so it's in Dragonsreach. Something that's really unclear to me, and I was doing a test stream the other day and I sort of got stuck while I was playing with this with the Oculus. I got stuck on the map, because I'm not familiar with this game at all to begin with. But they tend to have implemented a really basic way of showing you where something is on the map. So if I go Bleak Falls Barrow, I select Deliver Dragonstorm to Farengar and I press up. This is their idea of showing me where it is on the map, but if you're looking not quite where they expect you to, you might be confused as to thinking it's one of these over there, like you're looking at a bunch of destinations at once. There is no actual indicator other than where you are to tell you what the thing on the map you need to know is. I'm pretty sure it's this one, Dragonsreach, so I'm going to go ahead and fast travel there, save myself some time. This is something I'm going to do far more often than I do in Fallout 4 VR. But I do have a feeling, because this is where I met the dude inside who talked about getting the Dragonstone, I think. So here we go. Let's go actually complete this. Go into Dragonsreach. Deliver what I must deliver. So here comes the autosave. Hey there. Yeah, I recognize this place. Like I said, again, visual comparisons looking a little better than with the Oculus Rift. Oh yeah, I remember now exactly how this went down.
The terminology is clearly First Era or even earlier. I'm convinced this is a copy of a much older text. Perhaps... Ah! The Dragonstone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. You'll have to see the Jarl about that. Maybe his steward Avenici. I'm sure one of them will pay you appropriately. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined to share with
my money!
So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby.
Oh!
You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it.
Alright.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you
Not
told
now.
me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right.
My money!
Saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would have come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragonstone for Farengar.
Alright.
As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
You should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
Alright.
I envy you the chance to see this dragon up close.
Well, come. Come and get your ass killed. No? Alright. Here's a very relevant comparison between my experience with the HTC VIVE and the Oculus Rift. I've spoken about having more room in my recent videos since I've moved. I got a really long wire with this headset, so I get a lot more room. In fact, you might have seen me like scoot off camera here a couple of times because I have so much room. And I did put the camera in a different spot. I apologize for that. I'll be more careful about that next time to put it where it was before because it's more wide angle, right? It's pushed back a little bit. That's my Sony camcorder. It doesn't have that big of a viewing angle, so it tends to cut off too much. But I'll check that next time. I hope it's not too bad for you right now. I mean, I can't see what it's filming the whole time. But yeah, I just wish I'd placed it differently. Because right now I'm moving around a lot more than I do with Oculus. And I gotta warn you, I have no guardian bounds. But that's because I'm not used to moving that much when I do VR. And I know I have a lot of room now, so I don't have to worry about hitting walls.
You heard right. I said a dragon. I don't
Just push
know
me.
where it came from or who sent it. What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Houseguard, how can we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question. None of us have ever seen a dragon before, or expected to face one in
You
fact.
wear the armor of a mercenary.
Shut up.
Even if we fail, this dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
No.
They're so dead.
But it's more than our honor at stake here. Think of it. The first dragon seen in Skyrim since the last age. The glory of killing it is ours. If you're with me. Now what do you say?
Come on, guys.
We go kill us a dragon?
Yeah.
Damn right.
That's right. Get the beer, guys. Yeah, get the beer. I must mention that I have not seen one weird moment of tracking in this entire playthrough so far. Credit to the Vive system. I used to have the sync cable between both trackers to synchronize them, but since I moved, I have a much better open layout here, so I'm able to use optical sync, which seems to work a lot better, and I mean a lot better. So I'm getting a lot less weird stuff with the tracking happening, and in this case, I mean, the tracking has not let me down a single time. Sometimes you get a bit of a shake, or your accessories, whatever you're holding in your hands, your weapon, your bow, whatever, will shake around a bit or sway left and right. This has not yet happened, so impressed with that, because with the Vive, I've frequently gotten that issue. So one time, I do not get any problems with this. Alright, so is this where we have to stand?
No signs of any dragon right now. It sure looks like he's been here.
Wow.
I know it looks bad. We've got to figure out what happened.
This scenery looks real.
He's still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what to do.
Alright, cool. Spread out and look for survivors. Well, it doesn't look good over here. There's definitely been a dragon.
No, keep back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Kinneret, save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes. Find cover and make every arrow count.
Where are you? Where are you? Holy shit. These earbuds. That's gonna be a fucking problem. These stupid earbuds. Fire the fucking thing if it's moving like crazy. Come on. Come on. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Stamina low. Your stamina low would prevent you from... Okay, why did you bring that shit up? Make a sound effect that sounds like I'm exhausted or something. Oh, did I get it? Oh, damn it.
Dead?
Yeah! That was good! I don't know if I got the kill, but it gave me an archery upgrade. Killed you just with fucking arrows, bitch. I am searching you. Steel arrow. If I'm not mistaken... Hang on, I'm gonna do this so I can see the damn UI. Take is the middle. Amethyst. Dragon bone. Dragon scales. Gold. Iron arrows. Whiterun guard's helmet. Do I want that? I don't know if I want that. Whiterun guard's armor. I may want that for the value. This one is shittier than the one I got. Nope, I'm good. Oh shit. Oh fuck, look at this. This is so cool. This is so absolutely cool. Am I absorbing the Dragonists? I think that's what I'm doing right now. Oh wow. That looked really good. Use the shout section of the magic menu to equip your unrelenting force shout. Use the shout section of the magic menu. Alright. So I like the little symbols they use. Investigate the dragon, report back to Yargle.
Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. That would prove it. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Oh. Okay, so magic. Let's go all. Wait, magic. All. Okay, flick right. Unrelenting force. And to equip, it's left trigger or right trigger. So your voice is raw power, pushing aside or anyone who stands in your path. So I've equipped it. How do I use it is the question.
Talking about.
Oh. Use something to shout. I don't know what it said there. I fucking hate when a menu does no.
I've never.
Magic. All. Unrelenting force.
Heard of Tiber's Septim killing any dragons?
So
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back
How?
now for the first time in forever.
I got it.
He summons the Thur.
Cool. That is cool. Okay, so it's right grip to use that. So this is where they have to get creative with these controls that have so few buttons, and they do this obfuscated control scheme that's not intuitive at all, but at least you find out. And I also have the thing that faded out too quickly.
Your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them, but I don't need some mythical dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't a North.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
Be careful.
Alright, dude. Apparently I have to go see you because of the big indicator above your head.
Here. The Jarl's been waiting for you. So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that.
I prefer saying this.
So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you.
Oh.
Masters of the way of the voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thum or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards,
Oh.
summoning you to High Hrothgar.
Holy shit.
This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Brungar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, what, Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Brongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you know? To climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would you? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. Back to business, Proventus. We still have a city to defend.
Yes, my lord.
You wouldn't happen to have a bow that's even better than this one? I do like this one, but an axe,
Maybe
really?
God watch over your battles, friend.
Alright. So far, so good. I am not ready to wrap it up just yet. I want to play a little more.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. Lead the way.
Alright. It looks like you want to fight me, but alright. So, while I'm not wrapping up just yet, I will start giving a sort of summary of my experience so far. Few issues with the menus. These trackpads really don't help menu navigation at all. Minor issues with controls so far. Excellent tracking with the optical sync on the HTC VIVE, by the way. Amazing visuals. Little better than Oculus, despite the lower pixel density of the HTC VIVE. Just looks clearer in this headset. While, and this is hard to explain, there might be a little bit more detail in the Oculus. The Vive just gives a clearer, more colorful image. That's how I could explain the difference between the two. So, bottom line, I mean, there are a few things I don't like about this kit, but bottom line, the thing that impresses me here with the HTC Vive is that immersion, that degree of immersion while playing this game, my enjoyment of this game has been no different between both kits. So I'm enjoying this game just as much as I did with my Oculus Rift using the HTC VIVE. And I did not expect that. I expected to have problems. And you know what? Maybe at my old location I would have had actual problems with the kit. And it might be just the fact that I got a much better setup here, much easier to configure and when I mean configure, I'm saying like place the hardware, put the trackers in optical sync and everything. Because of that, because it's more favorable to the Vive, well, things just worked out a lot better. So I'm interested in trying more, and I'm actually really happy to see that it's working out really well with the Vive. Well, for one thing, they did design it around this kit primarily, and around PSVR before doing the Oculus adaptation, so I figured that has to do with something. But this has been a good experience so far. The only reason I will go back to the Oculus Touch kit for this game is to navigate the menus easier and much faster than I have been able to with this kit here. But when it comes to controls, impressively not many problems. The one worry that I had with the movement, using the trackpad for the movement, has just been that, exactly that, just a worry. It actually didn't materialize into anything else that would have been an actual problem. So it's been quite easy to play the game. To tell you honestly, got no major complaints, other than the fact that there are a few advantages with the Touch kit. So right now, let me see. Should I? No, I'm gonna use this menu here. Go to quests and speak to the Greybeards. Oh, what? Dude, that is... Oh, is that it? No. Can I fast travel there? Oh my god. I do not want to place a marker. Oh my, oh my. Oh, holy shit. Alright, so I will fast travel to Helgen. I'll try to walk my way around this. Oh, wow, that is a huge amount of distance for somewhere you can't fast travel to yet. This is quite interesting, actually. So, if I'm not mistaken, that is my special destination right here. Going to double check it to make sure I am not screwed. Yep, I am facing exactly where I wish to go. So, take a look at all this. I think it's doable. It doesn't look impossible. In fact, it might be the way to get around it. So, let us go. Yeah, there's even a trail. Alright, cool. So, come along. I hope the AI is good at fighting along the way, because I know we're gonna get adversity and all sorts of shit to face. I haven't even checked out the crafting yet. I know very little about the magic, spells, and all that shit. So there's gonna be a lot of interesting things to learn through this playthrough. And the reason why I want to keep going is not just I want to keep playing, but I did want to mention that I might either start a series or just exclusively use this game to stream. I'm not sure yet what I want to do with Skyrim VR, but I want to do something with it. Sort of forgotten it in my library, had so many things to do in VR. Not even Vorpex related, go figure. I used to do mostly Vorpex things on my channel. This is really like a wealth of things to do. Ah, shit, I scared it. Fuck. That's something I'd like to try, actually. But yeah, I had a wealth of things to do in VR. Other than Vorpex even. Just so many different things that I even forgot about Skyrim VR.
Keep your eyes open.
Okay. That was extremely helpful of you. Thank you very much. I will keep my eyes open. Oh, the advice was so helpful. Do you walk around with your eyes closed? I do all the time. I get it now. So, by the way, you might have seen me switch arrows. I killed those zombies in that sort of whatever cave temple thingy I went earlier when I last played with the Oculus kit and did not really record. Actually, I was running a system test while I did that. But yeah, I got a bunch of arrows that are slightly better, so figured I'd switch to those. But right now, some particles coming around, but they're scaled wrong. They're really looking off. In fact, they're looking like they're not part of the actual world. Not working that well.
It's not like my poaching is hurting anyone. The Jarl can hardly eat every deer now, can he?
You got shit for sale? What do you got for sale? What can I sell you? No thanks.
Good day.
We're arriving. I see blood over there. So we're doing something. Something's happening here. This is looking really good around here, except for those weird particles. Which, again, nothing to do with the VR kit. Just on the game itself. Hymar's Shame. Excuse me, what is this? I am tempted to at least check it out. You go? Yeah, we're both go to do this? Alright, so... system quick save, we are quick saving. Let's go and explore this. Ooh, cool. You saw me. Yeah. Oh! Oh, wow! She had shot him. I fucking missed like 60 times. For fuck's sake. Ooh, alright. Don't want that. Oh, yeah. Fuck your dagger shit. This is funny, I keep missing right now, but when I last played this with the Oculus, I did not miss. I actually had some pretty cool moments where I kept nailing it, like legit nailing it. Alright, ooh, that is a good value for the armor. What's my weight? It is not too much. Okay, good. I'm gonna take it. I will take that. It's not gonna immediately see. Oh, fuck. Oh, did I hit her? Did she use a... yeah, she used the zombie spell. Lydia, yeah, hopefully you regenerate, because, sorry about that. I could swear I did not shoot you. Battle my bow. God damn it. Yes. Missing a lot, and I mean a lot. Ancient Nord arrow. So I only get one back because I noticed something. You cannot get the kill arrow back. You can only get the ones that either damaged or missed. At least I've gotten a few back. I'm good on ammo. There's a bunch of dead guys here. So it's looking like the coast is clear. Right. I'm back in the game. Oh, this time I can't get my arrows back at all. Fuckers. Yeah, it's not gonna let me get my arrows back. Right, so I can go down there and search.
Enjoy killing you.
Where are you? Where the fuck are you? Who said that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was nice. Did she just teleport? She teleported, right? Let's go see her. Let's go see this nice lady.
Ha! Found you. Going to enjoy killing you.
No, you won't. She disappeared. She didn't teleport. Oh, she won't give me my damn arrow back. That's the dangers of exploring in a video game like this. The exploration will take quite a lot of time. Nice. Didn't have time to see me, that's the way we do it. What's that? Oh, I guess I didn't need to do that. Thank you. And do I need the venom? I'm not going to take the venom for now. Search egg sac. Spider egg has value. What? I just want my fucking arrow back. Fuck off. It's not going to give me my arrow back, is it? There has to be somebody up there caught in the... That or just someone got killed and it's too late for them. I could have sworn for a moment I heard some muffled screams. Maybe not. Oh shit! No, that is not what I wanted to do. In the head. Oh, nice. Don't move. Yeah. Nice. You okay? She is not okay. Okay, now please get out of the way, Lydia. Lydia. Okay, Lydia, you're gonna be... When you make narrow corridors in a video game, please make sure we are able to get through. Alright, so this guy, the reason why he took like 900 arrows is because he is a... No, I did take all... Fuck, I hate it when I do that. That's on the game, that's not on the kit. But now I have to go through all my shit and drop what I don't want because I'm already carrying too much shit. So drop what else? Iron Warhammer, Steel Greatsword is good. What's the Steel Mace? Yeah, and Steel War Axe. Drop that shit. Alright, I'm already back down to what I needed. And what? Maybe I should equip this. Banded Iron Armor, I do believe, is equipped. Wow, the hell am I doing? That thing wasn't equipped. There we go. That's a lot better. Fur armor for boots, iron shield, silver necklace, studded armor. Okay, here we go. This is what I want to drop. I want to drop this shit. Drop this shit. Maybe I want to keep the vampire armor. The take all feature.
Never seen anything quite like that.
I hate the take all feature because then you end up encumbered almost instantly. There's nothing you can do about it. And then you have to go through your shit and find out what encumbered you. Lord Mead restores 15 stamina, 30 seconds. So far I haven't needed any of that shit. Sometimes the movement gets stuck in one direction. Did not happen to me with Oculus. Did happen to me a few times with the Vive. Alright. Horse meat. Why not? What is this? Is there anything to retrieve here? Oh yes, there is. Look at that. Oh. Okay, hunting bow of fatigue. Weight 7 does 5 points of stamina damage and has less damage than what I can... Okay, so this chest did not contain very good items. Oh. Let's pull that chain. And, well, I guess we're going to be on our way out. I don't know if this is outside or if it's another part of the cave. That is outside. That is a really weird outside that I don't like. And I'd like to try jumping my way down this, but let's try. Okay, we're good, we're good. We're good. Now, I'm going to... Oh, look at that. Okay, we're good. We're good. I recognize my way immediately. Something I mentioned about VR a lot on this channel is situational awareness with VR. If you go in a location, you learn the space around you, how it's made and everything. You'll quickly learn it because of the stereoscopic nature of virtual reality, the fact that you can just quickly just gaze around and naturally recognize all your visual cues to, you know, see how something is shaped, but also it helps recognizing somewhere. If you ever go to a place a second time, you'll recognize it a lot quicker than if you played a given game with just a monitor, a 2D monitor. A large field of view and the stereoscopic nature of VR really, really helps. Okay, there she is.
Maik's father was also called Maik, as was Maik's father's father. At least, that is what his father said.
Did you just do that? That's cool. Okay, you're not comfortable with me standing near you. And you are a liar, according to your name. So I'm going to assume that your father wasn't called Maik. Alright. Holy shit. And we are near. So as soon as I reach that location, I'll go ahead and call it a playthrough. What a beautiful view. I can tell they updated the texture on that moon because it looks absolutely beautiful. Oh! Oh my god! No way! That was a fucking bullseye. That was a fucking bullseye. And thank you for giving me my arrow back. That is lovely of you. Oh, we're gonna have some wildlife to deal with if I'm not careful. Nice. Nice. Did you say die beast? That was pretty awesome. Search wolf. Wolf pelt. No, I wanted my arrows back. Give me my arrows, you bitches. Again. Ah, you fuckers, not giving me the kill arrow back. Okay, so I see what happens with this game. It's just 5 more minutes, except you end up playing like another hour. Obviously. This is why people play hundreds of hours of this game. It's actually quite enjoyable, and in my case, I'm not even modded here. I'm playing stock, and I'm kind of liking it a lot, so that's pretty cool. Oh, fucker. It would take a couple of arrows. Oh, is she gonna get it? Did she get it? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Thank you very much. That was a pretty goddamn good shot. Small antlers. We're gonna skip on the antlers. We're gonna get some venison. Oh, you afraid of me? You afraid of me? Eh? You better be. I'm a pretty good shot, apparently. I've barely used melee. Oh shit, there's a wolf. Come for me. Come for me. Oh! Shouldn't have done that. I had him. Aaron, Alright, cool. Oh, it's looking like I'm very near my destination. Whoa. What a good view. What an excellent view here. I got some of them glowy bugs. We have an elk. Oh. And he had no reaction. No, come on. Oh, fuck. No. I'm gonna give up on him. So I ran out my other arrows. Shit. My ancient Nord arrows. Out of them. Completely. Oh, fucker. How dare you get away from me? Fuck. I really like the archery in this game. I've understood. Alright, I'm not gonna pursue to the objective. I will, because I know it's gonna be a long conversation. Everything's gonna stretch my video for like another 20 minutes. I've done enough to tell you that I'm actually impressed with how the Vive runs with this game. How it looks in here, it's a little better than the Oculus. The controls are pretty good. It's really just the menus here where you're doing the swiping thingy. See, I didn't even press the trigger and it opened the map. I just wanted to select map like I do with items like this, and then I press the trigger. This thing here, when you scroll around, it's a bit finicky, and sometimes you'll have a hard time zeroing in on the item you want. But these are minor issues because, bottom line, like I said earlier, it does not affect your immersion in this game. You actually get to enjoy your playthrough just as much as you would with the Oculus Touch, which is the important part. And I gotta say the tracking has been exemplary this time around. I can officially say this is the best tracking performance I've had of the HTC VIVE since I first purchased the kit. I'm not joking. This is actually pretty impressive. By some parts I thought I was using Oculus Touch, which has really good tracking. So, and on top of that, the advantage of having the long wire of the Vive was also kind of good. So that's it, folks. I'm just going to make sure I'm facing my camera. Oh, look at that. I'm facing my camera. Thanks for watching. You've been watching Skyrim VR on Stereo 3D Productions using the HTC VIVE. And I shall see you next time. Why did he stop? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's right. Get back the fuck back to work.